Well, we started GrassRoot Meats when I was 19. It was called Pastured Pork. We were a heifer project, international farming project. We had a grant and we applied. That was in Arkansas. We started out with 2 pigs, then ended up with 5 and 10. We believe in a holistic way of farming. We enjoy early sunrises and late sunsets. One guy told me one time, he said, "You're not a meat farmer. You're not a milk producer. You're not a dairy farmer." I said, "Gerald, what am I?" He said, "You're a grass farmer. You're a soil farmer. If you can't take care of the grass and you can't take care of the soil, your animals won't take care of you." So I've held that. I've held that for 22 years. So we try to make sure that on our GrassRoot Meats farm, that in the holistic way of production that we have, that our soil is good. What do the grasses look like? What do the plants look like? Are the animals healthy? What's the garden look like? What's the compost look like? The farm is important to us. We like to teach people about agriculture. If you only know the food that's in the store, you're missing out on a lot of stuff, a lot of good stuff. Local food has so much more flavor. Organic food has so much more flavor. So the farm is important to us because we want to teach people about local sustainable farming. I know we're not going to feed the world. I know that. But we can help feed, 30 or 40 families and make a difference there. So supporting local farms, that's why our farm is important. It's small and it's local. So we have events during the year and we bring people in. We want them to tour the facility and say, "Oh wow, that's what a duck looks like," or "That's what a chicken looks like," or ask questions. Be like, "Oh yeah, can't we collect rainwater with our rainwater collection system? We got a rain gutter," So the kids start asking questions, or the parents start asking questions. You don't have to just get what's in the store. You can shop around. We have a local food guide in the store. You can go to all different types of farms. Stephanie and I, before our kids, we have 2 kids, Grace and Luke. We started out with the name Pastured Pork. 2 years later, we changed it to GrassRoot Meats. And some people say, how did you come up with it? And I say we just sat around with different names, throwing them at the wall, and that one stuck. But we like GrassRoot Meats because grass is the root of agriculture. Just about everything needs the soil and grass. That's where it starts. So that's the root of agriculture. Meats, because that's what we do. We raise beef, pork, chicken, and lamb, between 15 and 25,000 pounds a year, and we sell it at different farmers markets. We love to teach people. Our farm is an extension of who we are, and we want people to know more about agriculture, more about where their food comes from. We're used to cheap food in the United States. The percentage of our budget that gets used for food is far less than other countries. So we spend less. So we want less. We want it to be cheap. That's the biggest thing, is trying to find that price balance. We don't want to just have our meat for a certain class of people. We want our meat and products and sustainability to be available for everyone, whether you have no money or you have $1 million. We always want affordable prices, and that's a balance. That's a struggle. So we as individuals, as a family, have to decide what do we want, what do we want in our lives, what do we need, and then we adjust our prices accordingly so we can make it affordable at everyone. Sometimes my son Luke says, "Dad, you give more away than I think you sell." It's not true, but I know it all will come back in the end. So that the customer is always one of the biggest challenges, and just keeping things constantly healthy with a changing environment. We're always, as farmers, we're always looking at, why didn't that work this year? It worked last year. And so you're trying to adapt and change all the time in a holistic, sustainable way. Not just like, we got bugs now, let's spray. So we try to look at the whole model. So our kids helped us process poultry. We do pastured poultry, free-range pork, grass-finished beef, grass-finished lamb. free-range eggs, and then we have a multiple produce from our garden. But we network with almost 10 different farms, and I visit those farms, and we network with them, and they are sustainable organic production. Some are certified, some are not. But that's what we are. We're all about, GrassRoot Meats is about community development. It's about sustainable, holistic agriculture that we can bring to the next generation. And that's what we're doing here. We're creating small-scale, sustainable solutions that can be carried from farm to farm, and there's no reason anybody else can't do what we're doing. And just, it's going to sound a little cliche, but make the world a better place.